everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lynn and this is Life with Lynn. I'm sorry that it's been a while since I uploaded. I was going to upload last week, but I had a bit of an accident and they ended up pulling a couple of the intercostal muscles, which are the muscles that keep that are in between the ribs, you know? I don't know how I did it, but I did it last week during probably Tuesday or Wednesday, which was the days that I was going to film. So today you're getting me sans makeup, sans hair done, even in shitty clothes, with just sitting at my desk with my busted fucking the closet behind me, you know? Welcome to life. I'm going to try and keep this one quick because I'm still in quite a bit of pain. Not as much pain as I was in last week, but it's still but you know, keeping active and being careful while being active has helped ease the muscle strain, and it usually takes about a week for it to completely heal. So, you know, sitting up doesn't help, crouching doesn't help. It's just it's just a lot of pain. But anyways, first things first, because this is kind of a quick video, I'm recording it on my phone. I don't have my normal lighting setup. I don't have my mic or anything like that, so it's a little crap. I'm a little crap. We'll be crap together. You know, this quarantine has fucked us all. But firstly, I want to say it's Wednesday, so why not do a weigh-in? I am 281 pounds, which is a total loss of 119 pounds. That's crazy. That's absolutely bonkers. I shouldn't whisper because, again, not great mic. So yes, as I was saying, that's crazy. That's absolutely bonkers. I can't believe it, but it's there. It's the truth. All of that stuff. I can't wait until I've lost enough weight that the last of my chin has gone. That's always been like one of my biggest pet peeves about being so heavy, is that the double chin. At one point my chin like sat on my chest like this. I'll see if I can find a picture. I probably can't, but like definitely not for this video, but like in future videos I'll see if I can find some pictures of me at my heaviest, at like when I was over 500 pounds. There aren't a lot because obviously I didn't want pictures taken of me, so, but I'll see what I can find. But anyways, the next bit is last week, and of course now it's not anything because it's not important anymore because time has moved on and shit has changed. But last week, Amberlynn Reid, yes, I'm talking about Amberlynn Reid again in this video, but whatever. Amberlynn Reid made a video called, I think it was called Dear Weight Loss Channels. I'll put like a picture of the thumbnail here, whatever. And in it, she tagged, I don't know, some people that she was, you know, she thought she was being sly, whatever. But that she wanted them to answer these weight loss questions. And I had posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on my Instagram, you should. The link is in the description below. But I posted on my Instagram story whether I should answer those questions, even though I wasn't tagged, because obviously I wasn't tagged. I'm a nobody, but whatever. I have no problem being a nobody, okay? Makes it feel like the few that are here, that are subbed, you know, we have more of a connection. That you give a damn more, you know what I mean? Anyways, I asked on my Instagram if I should answer those questions, and I got 80% yes, 20% no. I have the screen cap for proof again here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to answer the questions. There's 14. Technically there's 15, but 15's for like tagging other people that you want to have the question, you want to answer the questions after you, but I don't know who to tag, so I'm just going to answer the 14 questions, which I'm sure would drive Amberlynn Reid crazy because she had made it 15 because initially there were only 11 questions and she said that that didn't feel right. So she made it 15 and now I'm making it uneven again, or even. I'm making it even. Uneven? Whatever. I'm not making it a nice number again because I'm going to only answer 14. So here we go. Remember, I have had bariatric surgery, so I'm answering these from a bariatric standpoint, not like a Weight Watchers or like keto kind of standpoint, but anyways, so I have them written down, so I'm going to answer them. So if you see me looking over this way, it's because I'm reading the questions. 1. When did you start gaining weight? I started gaining weight, I think, probably when I was about 12. Up until then, I was kind of an average sized kid. I wasn't thin, I wasn't fat, I was just average, you know. I started putting on weight when I was 12. Kind of a lot of shit was happening then, and I probably put on maybe a good 50 pounds. So I was like pretty heavy at that point. I was probably like 170 pounds, which is heavy for 12, you know, like it's super heavy for 12. So I got pretty big, and I stayed like that through most of high school. Like, again, I wasn't obese, but I wasn't thin. I was kind of like average. I was like on the chubby side of average when I hit high school. Like 1X, you know? And then when I was 16, my whole family suffered a trauma, but me personally, I was like I was the eye of the storm of said trauma. And after that, I fell into food. And I just started gaining so fast, to the point where when I was 21, so from 16 to 21, I got up to about 550 pounds. I don't have an exact number, but it was around 550. It could have been more, could have been less, I don't know, but yeah. So I'd say I started gaining more weight around 12, but then like I really dug my heels in and put on massive amounts of weight at 16. Question 2, are you an emotional eater? Yes and no. It's a little weird. I don't eat if I'm sad. I don't eat if I'm happy. I find that I am a bored eater. If I get bored, I'll eat, which I guess boredom is an emotion in a way. Not in a way, it is an emotion, but I used to eat to die. Yeah, we're getting dark here. I ate because I hated myself. It was a punishment for me. Most people who get to the size that they are, you know, when they're morbidly obese, super morbidly obese, you know, like my 600-pound life kind of thing, it's because they say they're food addicts, or food is the only thing that brings them joy, or, you know, food is the only time that they feel happy, etc., etc., etc. I didn't have any of that stuff. I ate because I hated myself. So it was a punishment. I would eat and make myself sick. And that pain, along with other things that I did that brought me pain, it was my penance. So, and then the minute the pain would go away, I'd eat some more because the pain needed to stay there. It needed to stay. I deserved it. So I ate because I hated myself. I ate because it was punishment. I ate because the food was hurting me. And it was a very slow suicide attempt, essentially. There are quicker ways to die, yes, but I know. But that was probably the most I put into one of those attempts. Yeah, so I guess in a way I was an emotional eater, but just not in the way most people are emotional eaters. Also, my light reflecting in my glasses is really bugging me. But anyways, okay, moving on. This is already too long. My back is not liking this. 3, how long have you been dieting? I technically am not dieting, but I had my bariatric surgery in November of 2019. But I had dieted before many times in my life. So I'd probably say I started trying to diet around 14. Didn't really lose weight because, I mean, what 14-year-old really knows how to diet properly, you know? It's one extreme or the other. And then I started dieting when I was 21. And that for a few years, and it worked. And then it didn't work anymore. And I think I mentioned it in my very first video, which I will link up in the cards, about being sabotaged by a very shitty doctor I had at the time who put me on some medication and didn't tell me that the number one side effect of it was extreme weight gain. And even though I was still dieting, I was putting on weight and I didn't know why, and he didn't tell me right away, and it was a whole big thing. So, but I haven't been dieting per se to lose this weight. I had a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, which again I spoke about in my first video, which I linked in the cards. 4, are you following a diet now? No. Most people would think, okay, well, you had gastric bypass, you must be following a diet. Not really. Some people have a really hard time post bypass. There are things that they just can't eat ever again, and it feels like a diet, and they count their calories still and all of this, and I'm just eating smart, I guess you could say, and it's working, so, you know. 5, have you had success in the past? Yes, I have. Back when I was 21, when I said I was dieting then, I lost over 200 pounds. I went from 550 to just above 300. Like, I was just dipping into that 200 area when I was put on the meds. And then I gained like 75 pounds in 3 months, and I don't know why. I didn't know why, because I was still doing my diet and nothing was working, you know. Number 6, do you follow a workout plan? I do. I do yoga every morning, which a lot of people would say, oh, yoga's not working out. You do it and you weigh 300 pounds. Trust me, it's a workout. Although I'm not doing as much right now because, again, my back, although I am doing every other day low impact yoga specifically for targeting that area of my back that is injured. So that's also been helping. And it's really, I'm enjoying it. It's really fun. It's a great workout. Also, I have a treadmill that isn't set up yet, but I plan on getting in steps, as it were. And I just move a lot. I make sure I don't sit on my bed or on the couch or whatever. I move. I try and be up and active as much as I can. And actually, this last week of having to kind of stay still to kind of let my back heal has been hell for me, because I'm just like, I gotta move. Oh my god, it's horrible. So yeah. Let's see. 7, what's your favorite diet? I would say my favorite diet in the past that I've done is carbohydrate counting, Atkins, keto, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, my door is opening. Hello, tiny dog. Yeah, so Atkins, carb counting, keto, whatever you want to call it, low carb, that is always worked for me. It has always been great for me. It's always, hello baby. It's always worked really, really well. I know some people like calorie counting. I know some people like juicing, intermediate fat. Some people like intermediate fasting. I said that wrong. I feel like I said that wrong. Whatever, I don't care. So yeah, my favorite diet in the past, the one that I've had the most success with is, there's my other dog, low carb. So 8, how much weight do you want to lose? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I am pretty tall. I am 5'8", which is actually not that tall for the women in my family. My mother is 6 foot tall. My older sister is, I think she's 5'11". So I'm one of the shortest women in my family. I'm not the shortest woman in my family anymore because my niece is much shorter than me. But up until that point, with my sister, my mother, and all my aunts, I was the shortest woman. But I also know that 5'8" is actually pretty tall for a woman. So because of my height, I know that if I was like 5'3", I want to be like 130. That would be okay. But at 5'8", 130 on me might look too thin. So honestly, I don't know. I want to get below 200. I know that much. I just want to get below 200, I guess. And then I'll stop when my doctor tells me to stop, and maintain when my doctor tells me to maintain. If my doctor tells me to lose more, I'll lose more. If my doctor tells me to put on some, I'll put on some. I have a bariatric surgeon and a bariatric clinic that I go to for a reason, and I will trust them. Let's see. 9. Do you feel like you're addicted to food? No, I don't. I also feel like you can't really be addicted to food. As someone who has lived with people who have been addicted to every possible substance on the planet, from alcohol to heroin to fentanyl to coke and sniffing glue, I have seen addicts. And I honestly don't feel like food addiction is a thing. I know that is a very controversial stance, because there are, dietitians and nutritionists out there that say, that food addiction is a thing. In the 2 years that I was at my bariatric clinic, working with dietitians and nurses and surgeons and nutritionists and all of these people and psychologists and therapists, not once did the term food addict ever come out. Ever once. They never used that term. They never said anyone was addicted to food, and I appreciate that, because I don't think you can be addicted to food. Because if you were a food addict, then you wouldn't just be eating cupcakes and chips and carbonated soda or whatever. You'd also be addicted to green vegetables and fruits and salads, and you're not just a food. If you were a food addict, you'd be addicted to all foods, not just bad foods. And yes, you can be addicted to sugar. I know it does release the same shit in your head as like drugs, and you can obviously be addicted to caffeine. So there are certain foods that you can get addicted to, but I feel like the overall like umbrella term of food addict is a little misleading. You know what I mean? Like, because you never find anyone who's like, oh my God, I'm addicted to Brussels sprouts. I can't stop eating them. You never find that. But you do find people who like have gone 20 years only eating jelly beans. You know what I mean? So, no, I'm not a food addict. No, I don't think food addiction is real. I think sugar addiction and caffeine addiction is real, but I digress. Number 10, are you comfortable with your body now? Yes, I am. I'm comfortable with my body now. I will be comfortable with my body later. I was comfortable with my body before. I am very much body positive, though I am not fat positive. I am not a fat activist. I spoke about this in a different video where it was body positivity versus fat acceptance. I will link it in the cards as well. I am not a fat activist. I am not for fat acceptance. I think fat acceptance is dangerous. I think it can kill. I think it sends the wrong message. But I am body positive. I think if it's your body, and you're happy with it, and you're healthy, and you're honest, then you know what? Fucking be happy, healthy, and honest, you know? I think being okay with the way I look helped me be able to go, okay, then I want surgery. Not because I thought it was ugly, just because I was starting to hurt. I had some hip pain. I had, you know, a fucked up knee, which I need to get fixed. So me being okay with who I was allowed me to say, I'm fine the way I am. I look fine the way I am, but my health is deteriorating. I should do something about it. So I didn't go into this bariatric program as a vanity thing. I went into it so that I could feel better. And yeah, I got loose skin now, and I'm gonna have more loose skin later. And will it suck? Yeah. But you know what? Like, that's why I'm working out. That's why I'm, you know, I don't have as much loose skin as some people do, you know, because I'm working out, because I'm tightening up my muscles, because there's still a lot of elasticity in my skin because I'm still pretty young. So, no, I have no problem with the way I look now. I have no problem with the way I looked then, and I will have no problem with the way I look later. Although I could do without the red face. I'm sorry, my rosacea is kind of flaring up, so. Okay, 11. Do you deprive yourself of any food? No, I don't. Although there are foods that I cannot eat, so I do not eat them. But I don't consider that a deprivation, as it were. I don't consider it me, like, depriving myself of this food, because if I eat it, I get sick. So I don't want to get sick. So I'm not going to eat it, you know? It's like getting really, really drunk for the first time, you know? And you're like, ooh, I don't want to feel that ever again, so I'm not going to do that again. That's basically what it is with certain foods. There are certain foods I can't eat. Raw onions, not good for me. Greasy food, obviously. Grease is not good. Oh, you want to see me sick? Give me a piece of pizza. Ugh. No. So like pizza, I used to love pizza. Now you offer me a piece of pizza and I'm like, no, I don't want it. Please don't. Don't make me. Oddly enough, cucumbers make me sick. Things that are heavy with lactose, so things like yogurt, particularly Greek yogurt, which sucks because I loved yogurt, but whatever. I don't eat it anymore. Fettuccine Alfredo. Can't eat it. Was one of my favorite pastas. Can't eat it. There's just something in the sauce, some spice, that just does not sit well with my stomach. So I don't eat it. I don't consider that me depriving myself. I just consider that me keeping myself healthy. 12. How much weight have you lost in total? As I said at the beginning of the video, 119 pounds. So. 13. What's your weight loss advice for someone wanting to lose weight? Do you really want weight loss advice from someone who's still fat? Think about it. 14. Last question. When reaching your goal weight, what's the first thing you want to do? Tell you guys? I don't know, because I don't really have a goal weight, so I don't know. Maybe have my dad pick me up. My father's a very strong man. He's a very strong man. He could pick me up now if he wanted to, if I would let him, but I won't, obviously, because he's in his 60s. But I haven't been comfortable with someone picking me up since I was probably around 10 or 11, 12, in that area. So maybe I'll have my dad pick me up, or maybe my ex-brother-in-law. He's a strong little bastard too. I think that's what I'd do, just because it's been so long. But that is it for now. I am in agony. This has gone on for too long, and I just wanted it to be quick, and it's not. So thanks for popping in and watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell icon to keep notified for when I upload, because I upload very sporadically. Obviously, I'm a spaz. What can I say? Follow me on all my social medias. The links for them are down in the description. Twitter, Instagram, those are the best places to keep in contact with me. Leave a comment, start a conversation. Let's see what we have to say. And I will talk to you next time, because that's life. And I'm Lynn. Bye.